Hello everyone. I want to start off in chapter 2 by giving some basic tips on a karma run to make things easier and, peace of mind, so you don't have to get caught out. A couple of things that I do is before the end of a chapter is always make sure I've got full smoke bombs and every other projectile. Every other projectile isn't really mandatory, but smoke bombs are definitely mandatory. Before the end of a chapter, always make sure you've got a full stock of smoke bombs, if you can afford it, because of the essence bonus. I know one time in my Master Ninja Karma run, after chapter 9 I forgot to refill my smoke bombs, and in chapter 10 it cost me about 40,000 points, so always make sure you've got that. Another great tip, or probably the best tip I can give you, is to look at Bigelski's end of chapter time and clear chart that he did for Ninja Gaiden Black. It's got every single end of chapter time and kill that you need to get your 100,000 bonus, and they really help. They make certain chapters, especially in the higher difficulties where you got a lot of time, they really let you plan out what you want to do really carefully, and it just gives you peace of mind knowing what you can do. Now, the way I put on the air destruction slash is so I land right near the chest, because sometimes I landed too far back and the guys would come up straight away and I wouldn't be able to get my UT. So at the start here you can just charge and release it as soon as he comes, because otherwise you've got the danger of killing two. And use your smoke bombs. A lot of the time they're called useless, but that's a bunch of crap really. On a karma run they are vital, and the tree kind of messed me up a little bit there. You really have to be careful jumping out of there, because Ryu just targets the trees for some reason. And it's again, I'd start this with a UT, and the reason I turn that is so he's on the floor, so I don't have to worry about him coming up and messing me up here. And after this UT, the camera drifts a bit, and I worry that the mage might get on screen. And I really like using this corner bit here. It seems to work really well to maximise UTs in this file. With the mage being so weak, he dies in like one hit, I think, of anything you do on him. So, you really have not got room to touch him at all, which is why I just wind path to on landing charge. And when you wind path a mage, it'll stun him, and he'll either just throw a fireball at you or teleport and try to stab you. And every single time you've always got enough time to charge. And there's a shortcut again to save you some seconds. And I'm not actually going to get the Life of the Gods or that elixir, because as I said before, Ninja Dog is so easy that you really don't need to pick them up, and I'm not going to upgrade my health bar that many times, and it just gives you an extra few seconds here and there to maybe save or just do anything you want to do to get your score a bit better or plan out what you want. Now this spot is really good. This is the first time I've actually used this spot in a karma run, but it's a really good spot for this fight to max out UTs. With Ninja Dog having the same kills as normal, you need to make up some kills in this chapter, because there's only 2 horsemen and there's 4 on normal, so you need to make up 2 kills. So in this fight I went for 5 UTs on 5 enemies, and then the last guy I just leave and come back and kill some extra enemies here, and it works doubly good because I can speed kill my Sakado and get a much bigger kill bonus than if I'd have to kill all his mages. So it's really effective, that spot. Now make sure the guy follows you to the window, otherwise sometimes, like when you go back out, it'll still be there and it won't work. So make sure he follows you to the window. Now I mess up there, I think I can just jump out, but you can't. You have to jump down here, and you see that it cancels the fight and you only get a 500 kill bonus. So pick up the items and then go back out. And what you want to do, you want to kill 5 enemies the first time, because if you kill the entire wave, they won't respawn again when you save and come back. So only kill 5. And you really want to do this as quickly as you can, and chaining ETs is the best way to do that. 1 ET will kill a samurai, so it's just really fast. And there, collect the essence and go and save. Now what I did there is I reloaded it and I killed an extra 5 enemies, and then come back in so I can chain essence to the next fight. Now this first samurai, he never ever went to attack me until his 2 buddies came, but I don't know why that happens, but it works really well because you can kill an extra guy in, and it gets you a little bit more essence when you absorb it. And jump straight out here. Now this is an advantage of chaining essence. You can just kill 1 enemy instead of the 2 samurais, because the time limit for this fight is quite generous, and you can just get some good UTs in here. I got really lucky in this fight. There's a couple of instances where I hit more than 1 enemy with the UT, and it's on the same enemy, and he doesn't die, which I was really surprised at. I think here's one. Yeah, it hits that samurai, and I come over here to charge. As you can see, it hits him again, but he still doesn't die, so that was really lucky. I got some really good points here. 7 UTs is possible, but I settled for 6. Now there I messed up and hit the wall, and did a wall attack by accident, and here's when it finally kills him. So I just dropped another smoke bomb to make sure, and again, there it is, wind path, and on-landing UT. Now wind path, I think Big Alski mentioned it a lot in his videos, wind path is X plus A, and you jump towards the enemy, and then A again when you're just over their head to jump off their head. Now pick up the arrows, because you might, they can come in handy in the horse fight, but I didn't really use them that much. And here I buy 10 smoke bombs, because I haven't got the actual amount of essence to fully restock them, otherwise I might have failed my essence bonus. And like I say, it just gives me peace of mind knowing that I'm going to make it already, so... I shoot the target. Any of them will give you enough for a UT, but shooting the bottom right one or the one on the left gives a blue or red, and it's easier. Now this fight here is really annoying. Like, I just roll here and go for the one hitter, and you can actually sometimes like jump to where I just jumped, and you can actually get another one hitter here. But the horses, coming by are so random sometimes. I mean, I've had a one hitter on the spear guy, and that time it's like the entire thing here. So it really is just a matter of resetting on this fight until you can get what you want. And I tried to go for some one-hitters on the arrow guy because I was really in bad shape here. I've got a lot of time left and only one horse, and I think 4 hits of a Lunar UT will knock them off on Ninja Dog. So you've really got to be careful in how much you hit them in this fight. Now when you knock him off, you can just go over and forward Y him, or, with the Dragon Sword or the Luna, but I decided to smoke bomb him and see if I could get lucky and only hit him once, but I didn't. But as you can see, I finished with 26 seconds left, which is enough time to get at least 2 more UTs out of that fight. So there's definitely room for improvement there. And then we just go and save, and then reload, and I swap to the Dragon Sword, Fire Wheels, and I don't actually use the Fire Wheels, I thought I'd have to, for Masakado, but you don't, and I get that elixir. That's another thing I don't get on a Ninja Dog run. I very rarely pick up items unless it's right in my path, because it just wastes time, you just don't need them. And as soon as you start off, sometimes that mage will spawn on the right, but if he does, just reset and shoot him with the arrow, and then get that one. I got really lucky there, because a mage spawned right there, but I didn't realise I'd killed him until his essence came, so I was able to get 2 UTs right at the start, and take off a lot of health on Masakado, so I thought I'd try and get a few quick mage kills in, and again I got lucky there, and the mage came forward. At Masakado, there really is no hard or fast rule for speed killing him perfectly. It's just basically, do it a few times, and I just took my best one. And I messed up there. I could have killed him and got another, some easy points, but I get my ET in there, and I think I'll kill one more mage, and then I'll finish off Masakado. And I think I get about 206,000 from this fight, so I got a real good kill bonus, and again without using the Fire Wheels, which saves me a Devil Elixir, which is really handy. And anyway, that's it for Chapter 2. The final time is 10 minutes for your 100,000 points, and the final kills are 38 kills in total. And that's it, and I'll see you in Chapter 3. Thanks for watching. Bye.